upgrade. If we upgrade using some tool. So some tool, via some tool, how we are doing the upgrade. Normally we know spam and saint, and via some tool also we know. As part of the sum tool, yesterday we discussed about the pre-steps. In the pre-steps, we calculated the XML file, and so we calculated the XML file, downloaded all the patches, move all the patches to the our application server level where we have the softwares are available. So we move to the that application server level here, right? So we have the softwares, that softwares we move to the app server level. So that is done. So the next one, so okay, that we completed. So if you see here in the E drive, so we have the NW1 system. In the NW1 system here, so if you see the USR, so SAP, so under the USR SAP SID, so we have placed the patches here. So if you go to the NW1, so here we have placed the patches here, right? We have placed the patches, and also we have extracted the sum tool as well here. So we have placed the sum tool and under the USR SAP SID only, and we have extracted it, created the sum folder, it's created, it is extracted. You see, this got extracted, this files got extracted here. So sum tool also we have extracted here, right? So any SAP file to extract it here, we need to use the sum SAP car hyphen XBF tool, we have to use it here, right? So if suppose we want to extracting the sum tool here, extracting sum tool here. So we need to keep the sum tool under, so CD under USR SAP SID, then SAP car hyphen XBF and some file name dot SAR file. We use it here, then the file will be extracted. It will create the one folder at under the sum under the SID here, right? So this is the sum tool we extracted here, right? Using the command SAP car command. Then how to start the sum tool here? There is a starting procedure for the sum tool here. How to start sum tool? For SWPM, we know if you double click on the SAP INST, it will open the URL in the browser. Here also we need to start the sum, but manually we have to open the URL in the browser here. So we need to login SID ADM user and NW1 ADM. So if it is the Linux, so with the root user, we need to start it. If it is the so Windows with the administrator prompt mode, we need to start it here with admin mode. So you need to go to CD/USR SAP, so SID, and so some above. So we need to go to here. We need to start the sum tool like sum start space config host agent space NW1. So this is the command we have to execute it here. Sum start space config host agent space NW1 command we have to execute it here, right? Config host agent space NW1 command we have to execute it here. So this command, this will open the, this will this will ask us to open the URL in browser. We have to open the URL in browser here, right? This is the way we can start the sum tool here, right? Log into the administrator mode. We need to start it here, right? So suppose example, if you see here, so once you done the extraction, then so log into the our system, right, with the NW1 ADM. Okay, so here what we can do here, so just to go open the command prompt mode here, we can open the command prompt mode. In the command prompt mode, so command prompt mode, go to the command prompt mode here. administrator command. So here in the search bar, just type like CMD. So it will display the command prompt, right? So just right click on this command prompt. Okay. So what you can do, just run as administrator. What
తొందరలో చూసినాను.
is what we have to do it here. Run as administrator prompt mode here. So once it is open, then we need to go to the E drive, CD space, USR, SAP, SID, then CD some in the command prompt mode, then CD above, right? So then some start space config host agent config host agent space NW1. So this is the URL we have to use it to start the sum tool. This is the command you have to use it here. See here. So in the administrator prompt mode, we are opening the we are in administrator prompt mode. We are opening the some URL administrator prompt mode here. See, it is opening, right? So see here. So command prompt mode, administrator mode, then go to the CD sum above. There we need to use this command, right? Sum start dot back. So here see. So then after that, see here it is asking like, so open the URL from the browser, right? Open this URL from the browser. So it is a sum above. So we need to copy this URL, some above URL, right? This URL we have to open from the browser here, right? We have to open this from the browser. So let's open this in the our jump server browser here, right? So this will be speed here. So here https:// and this is the one. Just click on the OK button here. Then, so there is a port number for this one. 1129 is the port number here. So what is the SWPM port number? Port number for the SWPM tool.
4237.
4237.
37.
Yeah. For the sum, we have the port number for the 41129. 1129. That is the very important. So here important things are, so how to extract. Normally we know any SAP SAR file, SAP car command, we will use it. So how will you start the sum tool? So we need to log into the administrator command prompt mode or administrator command prompt mode. Just execute the or with Linux, which is the root user, and the Windows administrator prompt mode. Then you have to go to this path and some start space config host agent space SID. Then this will start. This will ask us to use when the URL from the browser. This is the way we need to start the sum tool here. So here also, so we need to use the 1129. So this is the one we have to use it here. So username here, SID ADM user. So SID ADM, which user? So sometimes the people may ask you which user you give in the sum tool. Once you start the sum tool with root user or administrator prompt user, then so in the browser, when you open first one, which user you give to start the to open the some screen here. So here we have to say SID ADM user and their password we have to give it here, right? SID ADM user, this password we have to give it so that this will open the command prompt mode here. So this is the URL you need to open your jump servers. So we need to progress the upgrade activities. You need to progress the some upgrade activities here, right? You need to progress the activities here, right? So this is the one we have to do that one, right? So here, see, it will open the some screen will be opened. Here we need to provide the XML file, the first step, then scenario selection, then so remaining roadmap steps we have to provide it here. Remaining roadmap steps we have to give it to the here. That is what we have to do it here, right? So let's see here. Once the sum screen is opened here, then you will get the see sum screen is getting opened. But sometimes what happens due to some issues, some errors, so some will not open the any screen here. It will throw the error messages and everything here, right? So system ID, instance number, everything it is asking here, right? So what is our so system instance number here, details, right? So what is our instance number and everything it is asking. Why? Because here we have the two instances are there. So one is down, one is up and running. So that is the reason it is asking the, so what is the instance number of the, so NW1, which is currently active here. So I see, I think it's a 00. So 00 is the active one. So 00, just click on the next button. System has no start profile. The host is happy. Determine system is the network stack. See, it is checking all the information. It is checking some tool. So here, see here, first step, some is the some version. This is also one of the important. Which version you last time you used it? So you can say like some 2.0 SP20 or SP19. You can say, right? So here you can see the welcome to the SAM home screen. Here the scenario strategy, right? Scenario strategy, which using the configuration file. So XML file, as I mentioned here, XML file is the one of the key file for the entire upgrade stack here, right? So this XML file is the one of the key file here. So definitely we need to provide the XML file locations and everything we have to provide it here, right? This is the where we placed the all the softwares here, right? So then click on the OK button. It will read the all the XML files and everything here. Ignore. So that's fine. So it will read the XML file, our system's component status file. It will do it here. So, and also it will ask the, do you want to migrate the database to the SAP HANA? Yes. Or no. No migration. Only we are upgrading the SAP system here. So along with the SAP system upgrades, we can also migrate the databases to the, so databases to the target databases to HANA database and Sybase database. We can migrate it here, but we are not touching the database migration here only. So we are only no migration, which means only SAP systems upgrade we are planning here. Only SAP upgrades we are planning. So this is the scenario strategy here. So there are the three types of scenario strategies we have here. So single system, standard, downtime optimized. Single standard, downtime optimized. So they are the three scenario strategies. I will explain what is exactly here, right? So we can just go for the standard configuration. Standard means so with the minimum downtime, right? So then anything expert mode are not required. Just click on the next button here, right? Here, once we give the unports, then roadmap steps come into the picture here. All the roadmap steps come to the here, roadmap steps here. So all the roadmap steps come to here. Roadmap step, there are the six types of roadmap steps are there here. They will ask you the how many phases we have in the sum tool. These are the things you need to explain, right? So what exactly happens if they go little bit deeply, then they will ask you the extraction phase, configuration phase, checks phase, and everything here. Here they are asking about the in the extraction phase. The first thing is the so DDIC user extraction phase. They are asking the DDIC user here. So here you need to provide the 000 DDIC user. Click on the OK button. Right, so it is processing. So the steps are processing here. See, scanning the download directory where you have placed the files. It is scanning the all the download directory and etc here, right? It is scanning the all the download directory and everything in the extraction phase here. In the extraction phase, it will scan the all the patches. It will compare the patches version between your SAP system and your downloaded and XML file. Then it will extract the files under the EPS in directory, right? So those things will happen in the extraction phase here. See, scanning the download directory here, right? It is scanning the all the files and patches under the download directory here. So as we know, as we discussed, right? So there is a one phase. So in the scenario selection, right? Scenario strategy here. So that is the very important. So to understand, we have there are the three types of scenario strategy we discussed, right? Scenario strategies. One is the single. Second one is the standard. The third one is the advanced. Advanced. Advanced, single, standard, advanced scenario. So what is mean by single here? What is mean by single? Single means, so actually the sum upgrade here, it will create the sum upgrade. We can create the one duplicate system, means shadow system. So we can do it. Suppose like I will tell you the one of the outside example. If you want to, suppose like there is a clinical trials, medical trials. In that case, will they exactly inject in the humans, right? They won't inject on the humans directly. What they will do, they will first do it on the non-humans, right? Or similar to humans. So then non-important things, right? Then once it is success, then they will inject on directly on the humans, right? So same as like here, parallel to human, there is a maybe monkey or something different things they will inject it. If it is success, then fine. It's not success also, that's fine. But here, if they directly inject it, something is happens here, there is a issue, right? There will be a issues here. Then in this case, what will happen here? So SAP also, we have the similar type of scenario strategies we have here. So here, example here, this is your NW1 system here. So this is the sum tool here, right? If you do the direct upgrade on this NW1 system, same system, single means directly upgrading in the your main system here, which means so there is a longer downtime. Why? Because upgrade have the some longer downtime here, right? So some upgrade, definitely upgrade have the some longer downtime. Means sometimes system is not available and all those things will not be available here. That is called the longer downtime. Single system. Standard system means parallel to your original system, some will create the one more SAP system. It will create it here, that we will call it as the shadow system or backup system. Some will original to your main system. Why? Because original system is the business system. To avoid all the business activities here, some will create the one more shadow system. It will create all the upgrades, patches, everything will happen in this system. Then finally, once the upgrade is done, then finally only one of the phase during the downtime phase, so data copy will happen from the main system to target system here. Main system to original system. Only that phase your SAP will be stopped here. That phase only SAP will be stopped here, right? So that is the standard, which means standard resources. Only standard downtime, standard resources here. Sir, I want to minimize this copying procedure also. Why? Because while data copying from here to here, So our main system should not be available. It should be down. Then only the data copy will happen. Data copy means the upgraded as part of the patch, you will get the, or as part of the patch, you will get the new code, programs, enhancements, all those things you will get. So directly it will not inject on the our main system, the red item, right? Red box. So here, first it will create the parallel to this same system. It will create the one system here. It's parallel to original read system. It will create the one more system. It will create. It will do the all the upgrades patches here. If something goes wrong, also it's not a problem. Why? Because this is a shadow. There is no business. There is no impact. There is no, so nothing will happen here. Only this system. If you do the direct upgrade here, something is happens as part of the patch. So entire system, production system having the downtime. But here nothing will happen here. So we can inject the data from here to here. We can inject it here. From here to here, we can inject the data here. Source to target, we can inject it here. Single standard, advanced mode, we can inject it here, right? So we can inject it here. So once you've done it here, so only this time while copying the data from shadow to main system, we have the downtime. Remaining under the system is up and running fine. While copying also, the downtime also we can minimize it. The copying procedure, if you make it, suppose like 5 resources are doing the copy from here to here. Suppose if you increase 5 to 10, then 10 resources will copy in the 4 hours. 5 resources, 8 hours. Something like that. So if you use the advanced mode, then downtime will be minimized. If you use the standard mode, so both the cases, the shadow will be created. But standard means the standard resources. Standard means the standard resources will be created here. Advanced means advanced resources will be, advanced means more resources will be created here, right? The both the cases here, shadow system will be created with the minimum resources. It is the high number of resources, advanced it will be created. The data copy will happen from the here to here. The data copy will happen, right? So these are the types of scenarios we have in the SAP, right? So similar will be done by the our sum tool. Sum tool will do the this kind of work here, right? So here we selected the standard mode, which means shadow will be created with the minimum. Shadow will be created with the minimum resources here, right? So here for data also copying here, shadow kernel, the main kernel to it's copying to the sum above exe, the data copying to the shadow kernel. So the shadow kernel preparations and everything is happening in the phase of extraction itself. See here, the data, the copying the system kernel is happening for the shadow system build and everything. Since you have chosen a shadow system here, so it is copying the data, right? So once extraction phase will do all kind of work only here. Yeah, this is the task list here. Here you can see the what task is running and everything here. So currently this is the play symbol means this task is running here. This is a kernel checking. Now log files here. So log files here. So here you see the each phase there is a log file will be generated along with the we have the SAP up.log file here, right? So there is a kernel, there is a file log file here. Each and every time this log file will be created here. Kernel files are getting copied here. See, kernel files are copying to the some above exe directory. It is copying here, right? So checks phase, checks what's happening here. Isn't it? That is fine.
Ravi sir, minimum resource, maximum resource means what do you mean that resource actually?
Minimum resources means our R3 load. In the configuration phase, it will come. So
Oh,
configuration phase it will come. So that time I will give you the more information. So minimum,
okay.
maximum means our system resources. System resources means, yeah, SAP will use the, while copying the data, SAP will use the, so R3 load, R3 load, R3 trans, so SQL process, it will use normally ABAP process, ABAP means dialog and BTC process also will use it here. So while copying the data, these two processes are used here. This process are used here, right? Enter this process here. So if you choose the advanced mode, standard mode means what will happen? So above process 4, this is 4, this is 4, This is four resources means four resources means four process. Example, four process will copy the data, will do the entire upgrade in the suppose like 10 hours. Example, right? 10 hours you are it's completing to perform the entire upgrade, the standard resources. Sir, I want to minimize in the production when it comes to 10 hours means I will not get the longer downtime. I want to minimize it here. Then just you take the advanced mode. Then instead of 10, you can keep the eight resources, eight then eight resources. So mathematics probability. Four resources, 10 hours. Then eight resources, then 5 hours. We can complete the work. But if you want to increase the resources, you should have enough memory and CPU cores you should have. So other than if you don't have, even though if you increase it, entire upgrade will go hung status, right? So then in that case, what we have to do, so we need to carefully check the four resources are what is the free percentage of the CPU and memory. Fine. Then we can increase it. Then we can increase it here. Like that, we can just increase the process here. So why? Because four resources, four R3 load process will do the export import process. If you do the eight process will do the export import. The quickly the data copying activities, data migration copying activities will be completed. So this way we can increase the process and everything here. We can do that one here. This type of things. Okay. So that is the way we need to start the sum tool. We need to open URL in the browser. Then we can proceed with the activities here. Right. This is the main thing of the sum upgrade activities. Right. So this is the URL. This is the URL we can open in the browser. Right. So this is the what you have to also open the URL. So extraction phase, then configuration, checks phase, pre-processing, execution, and post-processing. So in the pre-processing, your shadow system will be created. Why? Because we have opted to create a shadow system. Then some will create, you don't need to do anything here. Just to initially just to provide the softwares and XML file location to the sum tool. Just you need to watch the screen, system performance and everything. Some will take care of the rest of the things and everything here, right? You don't need to do anything. Some will take care of all those things here. Then a configuration phase, then all those things will happen in the systems, right? So that is the one, it will happen here. Checks. See, the second step is running here, percentage two. It should complete to the 100%. So each and every time the logs will be uploaded here. So logs will be uploaded here. Suppose sometimes what happens, the second system is not up. Then you will get the instance underscore pre-list. Sometimes we may face the errors. So the one more application server is there. That application server is not active. So please check something like that. So we will get the information here, right? So sometimes it will pass the check. So like that, so each and everything, some tool will take care of this one. Only thing is from our side, we have to see what's happening the sum tool here. What is the log file it is referring, which page is running here. Just you need to check each and everything here. Is there any errors? Errors definitely some tool will stop us here, right? This is the errors here. So within the extraction, there are the multiple sub phases here. That some tool will take care of that one. But when it is going from extraction to configuration to checks, then it will ask for our confirmation. Do you want to proceed with the configuration phase? Yes. Do you want to proceed with the checks phase? Yes. Like that. So it will go to the next steps here. It will go to the next steps. It will proceed with these steps here. It is what it will happen in the systems. Okay, so the only thing is here we need to progress the all the activities here. So one by one we need to progress here. So I will explain what will happen each and every step. If we progress to one or up to configuration, then I will in sixth phase nothing will happen. Only here this phase and execution phase are the very important steps here. I will explain clearly entire some upgrade, any some upgrade, what exactly happens under each and every phase. So I will give you explain, but let's progress here activities here, few steps here. So what you can do, you can also open this URL from your browser, right? Same URL in your jump server, log into the jump server. So then you can open, use the SID, ADM, user and password. Then the screen will be opened so that you can progress the activities, right? So it's not only so so you need to progress the all the activities here, right? But I will explain each and every step what exactly happens. That thing is the overview session is the important here. So if you progress up to some percentage, so we can discuss about the entire overview what will happen, that we can discuss. So here, each and every time the logs will updated here. Those things we need to check clearly what's happening and each and everything here. Breakpoints like a suppose currently the tool import is running. So just if you set this breakpoint to the here, what will happen within the subphase, there is no break, immediately continuously it will run. You want to stop it in the tool itself, just click on this button here, click to here, then what will happen, some will stop in this phase, some will stop in this tool import phase, some will stop it here. So we can stop it here. We can stop means it will ask us to, you set the breakpoint, do you want to continue, right? That will happen here. Breakpoint, this is called the breakpoints here, right? So here if you see the color schema, so which means if you want to change the colors to different themes, you want to keep it here, you can keep the different themes, you can keep it here in the some screen. You can keep the different themes. uh, so we can set it out here. Now see some kind of different theme here, right? So then we go to the different theme here. Let's see what will happen.
Sir, at the same time, how many sessions we can launch? Means, as you have logged in,
You log
I'm
in.
also able to log
Yeah,
in.
yeah, you can log in, not a problem.
How many sessions?
There is no limitations, you can open it. There is a, for observer main session we can open one. For
Mhm.
observer also there is a URL for the observer, some observer. So that observer URL also you can open. Observer means who wants to observe the upgrade and everything here. You can open it. That will not create any problem. There is a observer URL. Let's see what it is. Yeah, some observer URL. Same, just observer will come. But you can open this session with SID ADM user. Observer means who wants to do the monitoring and all those things. This is the some observer URL here. So you can also
Mm.
open. So this one.
Means there is no limit. We can open a number
Right,
of sessions.
right.
But editing and providing input will be possible from only one
One user
session.
at a time. One user at a time. Yeah, one session. So if you click next button, then other person, the same person is not available now, means you can open the session from your side. You can click on the next button. Something is
Okay.
asking the input, so you can also progress it multiple times, multiple sessions open, multiple persons also can progress it here. Suppose like see here, I am doing here, the whenever it is asking, you are also opened, I am also opened. Now sometimes it is asking some input here. Then when I am going to click this button, you are already click that button, then it will go to the next step only. So means we can progress the activities here. That's what you can open the URL from your jump server, then see what it is asking and everything, check the logs and all, so observe it, and we can progress the activities.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. This will take very longer time in the organizations. So it's not one day activity.